Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Miami Dolphins
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Fields over the middle and complete to Wilson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. play of the drive. Now back to throw.
Out route to Hill, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
It's a quarterback sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, they stop him.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
On second down, a run with Hall. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Flushed it.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's their defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. They'll run with 10 to begin the drive.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Breece Hall,
A 21-yard touchdown run.
and the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Again, it's Taylor.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On first down, it's Fields.
Wilson's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll give to Hall.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
68 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Football, but I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Ball again on second down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Hall.
Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they can snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Play action. It's Fields. He finds Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Touchdown! A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great.
And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain the drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second and 11 now.
Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake here on first down.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
He'll look to throw.
Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jordan. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
The one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Chase Young
In there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. Really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Hall again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chase Young bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun now on third down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Las Vegas, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Miami, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
From the 29, Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Let's go, baby.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
These corners are not only covered, they might get a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that point, knocking that pass away?
The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
18 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On play action, Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall.
And some room to maneuver.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Fields throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw, Fields. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's Fields. Touchdown Raiders! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Singletary to get the drive started. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
Touchdown, Broncos. Khalil Shakir, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Hall again on second down.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. These two teams all tied after 1.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Off play action, Fields. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball starts offense.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hall again on second down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play in the rubber-beating field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. In motion right is Wilson.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Raiders have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Back to throw. Jones.
Shakir hauls it in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's got it to the 43 here.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On 2nd and 7, Jones on the right side. Open is Gesicki.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Jones throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, oh, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devin Singletary.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point safely through. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Play action. It's Fields.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Jones now on third down. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now on comes a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
A final shot before the break. Fields
trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separate.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ball again on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
going up top. That's That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I can't imagine this defense, though, they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
To throw is Fields. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a give to Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Now it's Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Raiders have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
An extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To number 17.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Singletary trying the left side. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there from the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Raiders 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I'd like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the... He's got a man! Complete!
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jamar Chase,
his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Here's Jones on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too big there, and it's second down.
Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the Raiders have got him.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down.
First down now with that clock rolling. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So the field goal got him back within 1 score, and now the focus lies on this onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Ball again on second down.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. A little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
To throw is Jones.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Now Jones. Into the hands of Singletary.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
This is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas,
they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.